Hi there, it's Tim, and today I am with Kayla. You may remember Kayla. She's been with us on a couple of different videos so far. You excited?
Yeah, I think this is my third one with you now. I'm very excited.
3. She came back each time. That says something. This is the Niu KQi1 Pro. And the reason why I've invited Kayla today is because it's got a 250 watt motor. And I'm like, well, that's not gonna work for me.
I'm a little bit smaller than you.
She's just a little tiny bit, yes. Not like me. So, you've been riding around for a little bit this afternoon. The 250 watt motor is a little empowered for me, but what's it like for you?
I think it really is going to depend on what you're looking for in a scooter. It was a little bit underwhelming to what I'm used to. It doesn't quite have the gumption that I like, but it's surprisingly really great at going up hills. So if you're doing different levels of riding, that's awesome for you.
That's fantastic to hear. I didn't warn you about this. We're going to fold it up, or I'm going to invite you to fold it up right on camera, first time ever. Okay. Is it something you can do? Let's see.
We'll try it. I did unfold it, full disclosure.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay. Yep, there it goes. And now snap it into place. Just push it down hard. Now see if you can lift it.
It's pretty light.
That's not bad, right? That is not bad at all. So 250 watts, it's got a max. So when you go up the hill, it goes up to about 450 watts. It weighs 15.5 kilos, which is what, about 35 pounds, give or take? What about the power options when you were riding it around? What were your feelings on that?
So it did have a little bit of a different way to do it than I'm used to. Usually you set up your speed ahead of time. This one, when you're going, you have to eventually hit the power button once when you've topped out, and then it goes to the next speed setting.
And what about the light? You've got a light up here.
For the light, you just hit it twice.
And there it is.
And there it is.
Not super bright, but it is a light with a reflector. That's not too bad. What about the deck itself?
This part is actually quite wide, which I found really handy for my small feet. I could easily fit both feet on here, no problem at all.
And what about the brakes? It's got regen at the back with the motor, and it's got a brake at the front, a little brake at the front. What were the brakes like?
Well, typically you have to hit a button for one and then use the hand part for the other. This is 2-in-1. You just have to pull the handle, and then they actually work really well. I was really impressed with the brakes on this thing.
And what about the suspension? Like, so let's do suspension and tires. The tires are the 9-inch, they're air inflated, but there is no suspension. So what was it like when you went over some of the bumps? Like, riding up and down on the concrete here, you feeling every bump?
Not really. I think that the air tires really take the impact pretty well. They evened it out great in my opinion. You can really tell that these are air tires and not the plastic ones. Which
do you prefer?
I prefer air, but other people like the plastic because they're low maintenance.
So it does have an app which allows you to program a couple of things, but primarily it's got the 2 levels, right? It's got the eco mode and then the regular slow mode, regular mode. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. The display, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, it doesn't feel like you're going very fast on this thing, but I wouldn't really know because it doesn't show you your speed.
That is kind of a concern. It is kind of nice to know how fast you're going.
I would like to know.
I suppose it might come up on the app. Charging port is protected. That's nice, so charging is pretty quick. Kayla, thank you. That was fantastic. Would you give it a thumbs up for somebody who's looking maybe for their child or wife or small person in their life?
For sure, I would give it a thumbs up for somebody that doesn't really want to go too fast and has a pretty slow life.
Perfect. Kayla, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And if you happen to subscribe to the channel, put that down in the comments. Just let me know that you actually do subscribe to the channel and I'll reply personally. Thanks, Kayla.
Thanks, Tim.